this whole thing and then have to redo it all. Okay. Showing up. Yes, Katie says showing up makes a huge difference. Absolutely. When I'm live to something compared to when I watch the replay, I experience it completely differently. Who here is the same? Like you could be mindlessly watching it when it's on. Yeah. People are like me right now, right? Absolutely. Samantha says I had to rush home from picking up my kids this afternoon just to show up. I love it. And you were like 6 minutes early. That's amazing. It's 2:30 here, and I just had lunch in Chinatown with my family to sell. Oh, that's so nice, right? Yes, showing up is huge. And again, whether you're watching the replay or live, show up for what you commit to during your workout. See, even if it's during your workout in your headphone, like however you can, show up, and it makes a huge, huge difference. So I'm so excited for the ladies who are showing up live today because I'm sharing something I've never done before on a CC mastermind training like this. And it is a PowerPoint. I'm so proud of myself. Now, don't worry, it's not going to be a boring like PowerPoint, but I want to talk about progressive overload. Okay, I want to talk, like dive deep into that a little bit. Well, we're going to talk about whatever comes up today on the trainings, but let me know right now if you're on live. Do you feel like you're challenging yourself with your weights and the weights you're lifting? And maybe why not? Are you not? Have you checked in recently? Do you feel like you're plateauing? Kind of where are you at right now? And the reason that I bring this up every session, and it's a reminder for everyone, no matter what quote unquote level you're at, is because if we are not using progressive overload, which I'm going to go over, we're going to hit plateaus. We're going to stop progressing. We're not going to get stronger. We're not going to see the muscle definition. We're not going to see the weight loss or whatever our goals are. Progressive overload is key. So I showed the video of me this morning at the gym of what it actually looks like to be struggling during a set, but still making it happen. And that's how you get stronger, right? Katie says, I could challenge myself better. I have a limited range of dumbbells in my gym, so that makes it difficult. So if that's your situation, then I would increase the reps. Totally. I just went up again in weight recently with something that's amazing. I'm enjoying challenging myself more. I love that. I could do more, but sometimes I'm so tired after work that it's difficult to push myself. Jess says, definitely, even though I just got back to it, I still feel the challenge and look forward to it. Good. Need to find someone to spot me as I continue to move up. Absolutely. And so I encourage you guys to if you have a friend, if you have like your man, your partner, whoever, but also ask the staff at the gym. And I know a lot of that might be fearful for a lot of people, but that's their job. That's their job. I go up to the people at the desk where I am all the time if I need a spot and just say, hey, can I use you for a minute? Right? So don't feel bad if you need to do that. Okay. So these are all good things though. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and then I'll catch up with the comments when I'm done sharing this little quick slideshow. So training progression in Courageously Confident, progressive overload. So I'm saying this is the number one thing that people learn about, and it's also the number one thing that people forget. It is in your CC guide. It is in the units. It is in it's talked about all the time. I'm showing you guys videos. I'm explaining it in words, but people forget about it. We forget progressive overload. Why? Because we're humans and we love comfort. So we find that special like dumbbell or that special weight and we're like, oh yeah, this is good. And then we keep going back to it. And then we forget to check in mentally. Is this really easy or is it still challenging like it was a month ago? Right? We get used to that weight. Like it's just like a number. We get used to going to that dumbbell. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, I'm not seeing progress. Right? So it's nothing bad. It's just to be aware of. Okay. And this is why I'm bringing extra awareness to it today. So progressive overload basically means continually to challenge the weight you are lifting and or also challenging how many reps you can perform with the same weight, right? So if you could only perform 6 before and now you can do 8 or 10, that is still building strength, right? From 10 pounds to 15 pounds to 10 pounds to 20 pounds, whatever it is, that is challenging the weight. So you're increasing strength, you're building muscle, you're burning fat, and it keeps you motivated and challenged. We love that feeling of challenge in the gym, right? It would be so boring if it was just like, oh, that was so easy. We want challenge, right? The other day when I made my post about how when I started my fitness journey, like I could hardly get through a warm-up of a Jillian Michaels video, right? But I kept going because it was challenging. Because it was challenge, challenge, challenge. As humans, we desire challenge. So if we're bored during our workouts, it might mean that we're not mentally or physically stimulated and challenged, okay? So how do we use progressive overload? The two ways are, one, do more reps, like I said, of the same weight. So maybe if it was always 8, go for 10, go for 12, right? See how many more reps you can bust out. Keep in mind that the last few reps might be slightly not the best form, and that's okay. As long as form is like 80 to 90% good, it's okay to maybe use a little momentum on the last few reps. Increasing the weight. So maybe you were, 50 pounds was challenging before in whatever exercise. Now it's time to see what 55 or 60 feels like, right? And I put trial and error there because how do you know when? The big question is, how do you know when to increase 10 pounds or 5 pounds? We try. It's when 50, as the example, feels easy, and then you're like, let me try 55. Okay, that felt easy. Let me try 60. Ooh, 60 is challenging. Now your new spot is 60. Okay, is this making sense? Okay, so this is what we think happens. You start, and then you progress, and you go up and up and up and up, and it's just a straight line up. If only it was like that. What is happening? When this happens, this is something #beginner gains. Who has heard the term beginner gains before? Some people yes, some people no. So what is beginner gains? This is basically happens when you are starting a new program or you're starting to work out. So what happens is you see yourself making progress and you think that progress is linear because week 1, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I feel so good mentally and physically. Week 2, you're like, oh, I'm going from 5 pounds to 10 pounds. Week 3, you're like, yeah. You're just on fire in all the ways, right? This happens because when you're new at something, yes, you are building strength, but you're also, what's the term I'm looking for? You're getting better at the skill. That's what I'm trying to say. You're getting better at form. And that's why the progression is linear going up at the beginning, and then it's going to plateau. So this is what your journey actually looks like. This is what it looks like. It goes up and then it plateaus. And then maybe you go down, and then it goes up and then you plateau, and then you go down, and then maybe you stay down, and then you're up and over and up and down and up. Whose journey looks like this? Mine does. Whose journey looks like a roller coaster ride, but you're still going up the whole time. Woo! Yay, we're still progressing. We're still progressing, but we're still have our ups and downs, but we're still making it up, okay? So what's actually happening? Yes, you're getting stronger. Your body's adjusting. Life is happening. Sleep is changing. Stress is up and down. You're busy. You are focused. Maybe you're not focused. Your muscles need recovery. Nutrition is up and down. You're mentally checked in, you're mentally checked out, you're motivated AF, maybe you're not. You're plateauing, right? There's so many things happening that affect your strength in the gym. It's so important to know it's okay for your journey to look like a roller coaster ride. Now, there's a lot of comments, so I want to stop screen sharing and come in with all of this right now to dive into what's happening. Okay. Where? Okay. Asking always provokes anxiety. No. You've got to overcome that, Sam. You've got that. I've been really upping my weight, Jen says, on squats and hip thrusts, even if I can only do a few reps. And that's exactly what progressive overload is saying, I'm going to do the next weight up or the weight up. And even if it's 3 reps or 2 reps, you're building that strength. That's what I love about the notes section in the gym diary. Yes, I write down whether or not the weight was challenging so I can look back the following week. Right. So it could be challenging one week and then the next week it could be like, oh, it wasn't challenging, or maybe it still is. That's amazing. Yes, love the challenge. Hi, Sabrina. Definitely experienced this. Yes, everyone's saying yes. Definitely a roller coaster, especially when you hit sickness or health issues. Yeah, so it's so important to remember, and this is the thing that happens. We jump into something, whether it's fitness or life related, and we're like, hell yeah. You're like, you see progress, you see something happen. A lot of some business clients are in here. We see progress, and then all of a sudden plateaus or it goes down or whatever. And we have to remember that life is happening, and you all know, and please give me a heart if you love it, that I'm a mix of tough love, but I'm a mix of self-awareness, and I'm a mix of reality. Because we need to know that life happens, but we also need to be honest with ourselves. Is it laziness or is it self-care? Right? We're allowed to be a little tough on ourselves. That's how we get stronger. That's how we build resiliency, right? This is what this journey is all about. So it's so important to check in, like, what could I have went to the gym? Oh yeah, I could have. I was just being lazy. Okay, tomorrow I'll actually go, right? And knowing life happening is an excuse to avoid the push. Yes, love that, right? Oh, hey, Sarah, I didn't see that you were on, right? So here's the thing. I used to be this way. I used to say my gym time is exactly at this time, and if I can't go at this time, then I'm not going that day. Who here is like that? It's okay if you are. Now I'm like, okay, well, something came up at that time, so I can't go, but I can go in the afternoon. Then I will go in the afternoon. And I feel a million times better. It's about, having that tough love with yourself, right? Bryn says, if I can already do 10 reps, does it mean increase the weight? No, then I would say increase the weight. 10 to 12, 8 to 10 to 12 is like the magical quote unquote range of reps. And if you want to increase, if that feels like really good, if that feels good that you're good with that weight, it's time to increase. So go up with, whether if that's a dumbbell, so that means the next 5 pounds or whatever it's going up by, whether you can add on 2.5s or 5s on the bar, it really depends, but go up to the next weight. Absolutely. And you'll surprise yourself at how strong you are. This is for everyone, not just Bryn who asked, but really good question. So I'm going to get back into the screen share of that, and we'll keep talking about progressive overload, and then we'll move forward. So up and down roller coaster ride, but we're always gaining strength. We're always getting better. So important. So how to actually see more progress and make more progress. So exactly what you guys are saying in the chat, and then what we're talking about is reevaluate how your sets feel. So if you've been going to the gym, but you haven't really been paying attention to how each rep is feeling, how each set is feeling, check in. The last few reps should be challenging, but manageable to perform, and that's amazing. If it feels so easy and you can keep going like 20 reps, you're not even building strength and you're not even getting endurance at that point, right? So then it's time to really check in and say, okay, cool. Time for me to try what the next rep feels like, okay? Another way to see more progress is decreasing rest between sets and even between exercises, right? So it is really dependent, the time, it's up to you. So a lot of people say, well, how long should I rest? I don't know, a minute, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. It really depends on how you're feeling. Generally 3 minutes between compound movements. So like your squats, that's using a lot of energy, a lot of muscle groups, squats, deadlifts, bench press, stuff like that. In accessory movements, assistance movements, maybe between 1 to 3 minutes, again, depending on how you feel. And unless it's like a drop set or something when you really don't want to rest, the point is to get your heart rate up. Okay, so it's really dependent. So if you feel like maybe you're resting and then you're completely rested by the time you do your next set, why don't you rest for less time next time and still be, you can still feel your body working when you jump into that next set. Does that make sense? So then you're challenging yourself by keeping on going when your body is like still moving. That's a good thing. And then if you want, I put if you want in brackets, is to track numbers. So a lot of you are tracking your weights, you're tracking how you feel, you're using the guide. That's amazing. If you feel comfortable going a step further, tracking food, tracking weight, the weight you're lifting, tracking the weight of your body if you want to. Again, if you want to. Tracking measurements and having pictures. I love using pictures as progress because you can see muscle definition, and that says more than the number on the scale. So when you track things like that, if you choose to, it allows you to make changes based off of actual numbers. And that's important because then you can assess, okay, I am eating this much, but I'm really fatigued, so I'm going to eat more, right? And if you do that, and again, I'm not a macro coach. I don't want to coach macros, even though I can. But here's the thing. When you're eating a certain amount and then you eat more and you don't gain fat, you were under eating before. Just a little guideline. You know what I mean? So a lot of women especially are under eating, and then you feel tired a lot, and then you start to eat more. Hey, your body's responding in a happier way. You have more energy in the gym. Maybe your mood is better, all stuff like that. Just things to consider, and I'm bringing awareness. And if you have any questions and you're on live, I'm happy to answer that. So tracking how you feel, tracking numbers is good. Jen says today, Samantha says, I went to the gym in the pouring rain yesterday only for 20 minutes, but I didn't beat myself up. And at least, yes, you kept your word of showing up. Jen says, today I wasn't in the mood to work out. I told myself to get my ass in there anyways. I had no excuse to skip it. And you know what? There's always times where I don't feel like it. But imagine if we only went when we felt like it, we would never make progress. Imagine if you only did the things in life that you said you're going to do if you felt like it. No, you wouldn't go to work. You wouldn't take care of yourself. You wouldn't put out the garbage. You wouldn't do the dishes. You wouldn't, whatever it is you want to do. We have to kind of push through those moments like Jen did today and say, I'm just going to do it. And you're probably going to feel so much better when you're just there, or when you show up, or just knowing that you showed up for yourself, right? I do a timer on my watch and rest more if I need. That's amazing, Sabrina, right? I love that. So showing up for yourself is so important because, one, for results, but two, because we're all in here because we want to be the type of woman that shows up for herself. And so I was thinking of this morning. I know it's a long weekend. It's Memorial Weekend for all of my ladies in the United States. It's not a long weekend for us in Canada. We had a long weekend last weekend, but a lot of people would say this, well, it's Memorial Day holiday, or however you say it, so I'm not going to go to the gym because it's a holiday. What if you reworded that to, it's a long weekend, so I get more time to work out? What if we reword things like, for example, I have a meeting in the morning, so I can't go to the gym, but I'm so excited because I get to go tonight. Why don't we reframe things in a more positive way, and it just changes the vibe of the situation? Does that make sense? Just reword things so it's more positive, and then the experience is going to be more positive. Sarah says, I used to feel like I didn't want to go, but I find the more I went, the better I felt about myself. So it motivated me to go. And now I love this. Sarah, it's now a non-negotiable for Sarah. It's something I want to do and look forward to. Yes, I love that so much. It's like we get in the habit of not liking something that we don't even allow ourselves to try it. I'm so excited to go tomorrow, and I'm happy I was able to hike today. Sabrina says, I love that. I would so go to the gym tomorrow if my kids weren't staying home, but then we'll all have a workout session at home. There we go. That's so fun. So you make the best of it. And so a lot of people ask me, how do you stay committed? How do you stay committed, Steph? How? What is the magical 3-step process to being committed? And I've struggled with this so much. Hi, Erica is on. I've struggled with this so much. I've struggled with trying to coach how to be committed. I have sat down, I've Googled things, how to be committed. I want to so badly help you become committed, but I can't. Because this is why I can't. Because I am committed to what I'm committed to because I feel it on a deeper level. I'm not committed because I have a schedule. I'm not committed because I have a workout plan. I'm not committed because I put my workout clothes in the morning or at night before I go to bed. I'm committed because I love what I do. And that's with everything in life. So when you find something that you love and you're motivated on a deeper level, you're going to just do the things you need to do. You're going to write it in your schedule. You're going to go when you say you're going to go. Does this make sense? You don't need to know step 1, 2, 3, how to be committed, write it in your notes. It's just showing up for yourself and falling in love with the process like Sarah said she was. Jen says, oh my God, I have a yoga class tomorrow. yoga class in the morning, and my husband was like, on Memorial Day, I told him I don't stop. Just, yes, I love that so much. And like, I love this right now. Jen is on here. She's training. She's working out, but in between things, she's typing and being present. Like, amazing. Bryn, yesterday I hiked to the top of Bailey Canyon, and it took me 3.5 hours. Oh my God, most brutal hike I've ever done, but it felt so amazing. I felt like giving up so many times, but I'm happy I didn't. Also, that's exactly how I think of the long weekend. I feel like I have more time. That's so cool. Working out, it's my me time. It's my favorite formation of meditation because I'm focused on the experience. That's so good. Katie says it's important to tie what you do on a daily basis to a deeper meaning. Otherwise, it feels like work. Exactly. A deeper reason why, right? Keeping you motivated, keeping you intrigued, keeping you engaged, keeping you excited, all those things. Then when you attach it to that deeper meaning, you're just going to show up for yourself because you care about it. You know, like in my life, in my business, in everything that I do, I don't need to be told X, Y, Z. I just know in my head what to do because I know what the end goal is, right? So it's so important to find that for yourself. Commenting between sets of landmine squats. I love it. I love it so much. And then about the height. And so when we don't want to go to the gym, or when we don't want to do a thing, or when it gets hard, or when it feels like whatever, right? When it feels like, oh my God, I can't do this, or you're doubting yourself or whatever, we always can. We always make it through. We've always made it through. We need to just breathe and keep going and find that inner challenge again. Find that challenge, find that commitment, find that excitement again. Find what fuels you, what lights you up. Find that, right? Like one of my things that I'm doing lately is once a week going for a ruck march. Who knows what a ruck is with Eric? And it's a long walk, like an hour. Well, I say long, but like 1 hour long for me, with a weighted vest on or a weighted backpack. And you have got to be so mentally resilient and mentally strong to keep going. But the thing is, when you go on a hike like Bryn was, or for a walk, you can't just stop and sit. No one's going to pick you up. You have to keep going or you're not going to get back. So you have to keep going. Isn't that so true? You don't have a choice. So it's mind over matter, even in the gym, even with strength. Right? Even with strength training, it's mind over matter. We always can keep going, but our mind decides to quit before our body does. But if we don't have the choice to quit and we keep going, we make it through, our body can do it. So true. There are no elevators in the mountains. There are not. So if you're at a point right now and you feel like, where is my commitment? Yeah, like I put it today, stop doing things only when it's convenient. Do things even when it's not the best of times. That is when you see results mentally and physically. So if you're at a point right now when you're like struggling with commitment and consistency, this is like, I don't even know what week this is into the program, but it's like almost June. Can you believe this? Ask yourself what is going to make you fired up. Or if you're not fired up and excited to go, you need to push yourself to go until you find that reason again. Until you find that reason again. Is there anyone here struggling with commitment and consistency who's on live? Or if you're watching the replay, let us know in the group. Something I would love to do this week, like this week or the rest of the month, I want pre or and post live videos in the group, even if it's 30 seconds of you just being like, guys, I did it, I'm done, your sweaty like video, like show up, show that energy, right? Erica says, I did a mud run yesterday, I was so impressed. Oh my God, that's amazing. I was able to subside the fear of each obstacle and just go for it. Super grateful for having my teen. Oh, that's so cool. That's so amazing. I don't even, that's like a new challenge. I should do that. My main reason now is that I can effing do it. Yes, definitely. I've been for years. I joined CC to change that. Ooh, I like that idea. Good. I love that. Yay. Great job. Yeah. So I encourage you, and I will do it too. I will pop on most likely before, maybe right before or after when I go to the gym. and just say like, hey, this is how I'm, like literally how I'm feeling today. Really good, really bad. How the workout was, really good, really bad, whatever, right? And it's okay to have bad workouts. It's okay to have not so motivating times, but it's not about judging yourself. It's just about recognizing it. All fired up and ready to rock the bikini this summer. Haha, I got goals and ready to rock, kick ass. And if that's what you want, is to feel confident in a bikini, then rock it. Like I was talking on my Instagram about how like I want to feel so confident in the best shape of my life for my wedding. And I'm going to be in the Bahamas in 2 months from now. And I'm not worried about a bikini body, but I just want to feel so good. I want to feel beautiful and amazing. And I do, but why would I belittle myself from feeling that even more, right? Like you can feel confident and beautiful in your body, but what if there was a way to feel even more beautiful and confident, right? So I believe in that growth all the time. There's not like reaching a level and then stopping. It's that constant growth. Yay, that's so fun. And that's so fun. Like, you know, there was a time where I was against, quote unquote, against like having physique goals. I believe if it's healthy, you can have physique goals and you can be working towards weight loss or looking a certain way or whatever it is. It's so amazing if you can do that. And if that's your goal, don't be ashamed. Yes, we got this. I don't care about a perfect bikini body, but I'm ready to give it all I got. And having this community and this support and going into that season with this is beautiful, because you know what? There's going to be a day when you put on your bikini and go to the beach and you're like, hell yeah, I'm rocking it. And the next day, your body has not changed, but you might feel, I don't look so good today. It's a mindset thing. Body image is a mindset thing, less than it is how your body actually looks kind of thing. So how do you make your mindset better? By being physically active. See how this all connects? It's yes, you can look differently and tone up or whatever, but we move our bodies because it's motivating, because it's exciting, because it builds confidence, right? Yeah, Katie says it took me a long time to realize body image is a mindset. It absolutely is. When I'm stressed in other parts of my life, I start to look at my body differently. But I know that. I'm self-aware of that, so I can catch myself. So if you're having a negative body image day, ask yourself, okay, what's actually going on, and see if you can connect it to something. I've discovered that about myself a few years ago, and it's changed the way that I see myself, right? Yes, you catch yourself all the time now. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so live streams this video or this week could be really, really fun. Do that, or even just selfies. I do want to bring up the topic quickly. This was asked today in the group of how to have the conversation with people in your life who don't necessarily live the same lifestyle you do, or understand your commitment to the gym or your commitment to, you know, being healthy or whatever it is. Maybe that's family, maybe that's parents, maybe that's other friends, maybe that's a significant other. Is there anyone on here right now who feels like you're the only one in your pack that is trying to be consistent with the gym? If you feel like you're the only one who's trying to be healthy and all your other friends are, you know, doing their thing and like no one gets it. And it's so frustrating because you want to talk about it, or when you say you're going to the gym, you feel like you're being judged, right? Your people are like, well, like blah, 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 you know, or when you turn down eating a certain way, or when you choose something, like it's just, it can turn into this whole mind F-U-C-K, because the people you love aren't living the same lifestyle you are, and then it gets confusing. Somewhat, I do have some fit friends, so I'm trying to connect more with them. That's amazing. Katie is resonating with it. So this is what it really comes down to, and it's something that happens over time, is you just have to remember at the end of the day, you are doing this for you. This is for you and only for you. You're not doing this to inspire other people, even though that might be a result of it. You're doing this for you. This is a selfish thing that's okay for you. And people aren't necessarily going to understand it. It's not your job to convince them. It's your job to live the life that you want to live. And if fitness is part of it, then that's amazing. And the people that love you are going to support it. And you might inspire and motivate your friends or your family or mom or whoever to go do it. And that's just incredible. But at the end of the day, you're allowed to be selfish about your non-negotiables. Katie's at the point now where she's inspiring others instead of being judged, and that's amazing. I don't even have many close local friends. I'm basically following my own path, but trying to connect more with others into fitness. Yes, Jen says my coworkers always question me because I won't eat all the junk that patients' families bring to the nurses. And that's the thing too, is like you'll be at a dinner. I used to struggle with this with Eric's family, always drinking alcohol at dinners. And I would feel bad because you would feel like you're not being polite if you say no to like wine or whatever. And then I realized this is what I'm putting in my own body. I can decide, right? So whether you're eating it or you're not, it's so important to, this is what I asked myself. Will this support my long-term goal? Do I want this? These are questions I ask myself when it comes to making decisions around health. Does this support my long-term goal? Do I want this, like to eat this or to do this? Is this just a short-term quick fix of something? Like maybe you're stressed, so you're going to eat all the food. Okay, that's actually not going to fix my stress, so I don't need to do that, right? Ask yourself those questions. Setting boundaries with food is important. Glad you brought up alcohol too. I've been pressured, right? Alcohol is a huge one. Like if you don't want to drink, don't drink. If you want to, do it, right? It's your life. I get that with some people in my department. Erica says they call me a hippie all the time and make fun of my manifestation or don't emphasize when I'm sore or empathize. I was like, empathize when I'm sore from the gym because I did it to myself. And that's just like, there's many different reasons why people don't understand it or don't understand it. Some people are triggered by your success or your habits. Some people are triggered because they're not doing it themselves. So it's not that you're doing anything bad. It's just like they're triggered because you are consistent with your lifestyle and they haven't found that yet. So it's just something to remember. It's a reflection of them. Jess says alcohol is a hard one for me because of where my partner and I are in a relationship. People assume if I turn down a drink, it means a baby. Oh my God, no. You need to stand stronger than that. I turn down alcohol all the time and people can be convinced like, are you pregnant? Like, no. It becomes a point. This is all about confidence and owning your decisions. This is everything in life, not just alcohol or food or fitness. This is everything in life. You do what you want to do because you want to do it. It sounds simple, but we are so much influenced by what other people think that we do or don't do things because we're afraid of their comment or what they may or may not think. People care less about us than we think, even if they comment on it. You create your lifestyle. Yeah, you don't need a good reason to do anything or not do anything. You just decide. I just don't drink. Turned down 2 free drinks at the gym party at the brewery last week. Good night. I know it's really late. Have a good night. Yeah, so this is all about being confident in who you are and your decisions. And this is so important because we're influenced by the people at work, by the people on the internet, by people everywhere, that we're seeing everyone do things different ways. And then we think we need to do something some way. The perfect way to do something is the way that you want to do it. And that's why I run this program the way it is. I could be pressuring everyone to check in 7 days a week or 6 days a week and show up and all these things, but I'm not here to pressure you. I'm here to give you an opportunity to create a lifestyle that feels good for you. And what might feel good for Jen is different than what feels good for Erica, and is different for Sabrina, and is different for Bryn, and it's different for me, it's different for Katie, it's different for everyone. And that's an amazing way. I'm here to show you that it's different for all of us, but we still need to check in with ourselves and see if we're being accountable for ourselves. Because I want you to see success. I want to push you out of your comfort zone. I want you to do new things. I want you to be challenged physically and mentally. You guys feel that? Like it's that balance between you have a goal, so let's work towards it, and let's not stop just because it's hard, but also let's stay strong and confident along the way and support each other along the way. And my goal is different than your goal, but all our goals are amazing. And our processes are all amazing, and they're all different. But what works for me might not work for you, so you do what works for you, and I do what works for me. Does this make sense? Like, it sounds so simple, but we get caught up in like, oh my God, I have to do this. I have to do this. Or we get triggered when we see someone else doing it a different way, and then we think we have to do it a different way. We don't. We have to experiment and do things ways that feel really good for us. You guys feeling this? What's coming up? What's coming up for anyone who's on live? I'm seeing some of your faces. I do my own thing most of the time, and I'm so blessed that most of my friends also love and prioritize fitness. That's amazing. Most of the time I try to find more fitness related things to do for fun instead. I'm actually inspired by my friends and learn a lot from new. That's amazing. Yeah, like going for hikes, or like Eric inspires me to go for ruck marches, and I'm like, how boring, but now I like want to go do it because it challenges me mentally, because I know if I go, I need to turn around and come back, and I know I can do it, but it's the mental part of like, oh, it's so easy to just, I want to quit, but you can't if you want to make it back, right? So I love that. Good, loving all the good vibes. So if you jumped on halfway through, you missed the beginning where I dive deeper into progressive overload and how to check in with your weight. So definitely when I post the replay, watch that because this is something that we need to always remind ourselves of. More comments are coming in. I used to always think that my way was incorrect when I saw someone doing it differently. Now I know it's not wrong. It's just different. So simple. Yes. I'm trying to figure out nutrition and what is best for me. I know I'm in a different spot than others, and I need to be okay with my journey. Absolutely. And here's the thing is too, our journeys with fitness and with nutrition, with health, with everything change as we change and grow. You know what I mean? And that's why we need to be gentle with each other. It's not like just pick one thing and then this is our thing forever. It grows and it changes as we grow and evolve as a woman. Commitment and boundaries around standing behind my own personal reasons and doing my own thing are my biggest struggle. I love the fitness and the results, but my mindset is my biggest struggle. So Jess, what stops you if you love fitness and you're here for it and you want the results and you want all the things? What stops you from being committed? Is it other people's influence? Is it is it like a laziness thing? And laziness is just being self-aware. Like, it's okay to say, yeah, I was lazy and I didn't go. Like, what is stopping you? I always seem to prioritize other things. So are you making excuses to not go, to be like, well, tonight I could do the laundry and I could do the dishes and oh, the show is on tonight, or blah, blah, blah. Right? So this is where I think for you, Jess, or anyone else who's really relating, is you just need to own it and say, I'm making excuses, I'm going to go. And it's going to be a period of forcing yourself to go. But that period of forcing yourself to go is going to be the journey of you finding your love for it, so it doesn't feel like you're forcing it anymore. Does that make sense? Showing up even though you don't want to, even though you have all the other reasons to not go. Go and do it. The time goes by faster than you think, and you come back and you feel so much better. You feel so much better. It's just like, do we want what we want? Are we enjoying the process? And you know you are, right? Finding that love again. Yes, definitely, and I'm getting better. I know that I love how I feel after. Absolutely. So maybe that motivation is that feeling after. That feeling of like, yes, I did it. Yes, that was amazing. Yes, I went. I showed up for myself. That feeling after is what we're chasing. And eventually that feeling during. Or I love the car ride to the gym. The car ride to the gym, just me and myself, or sometimes me and Eric with the music. And I'm like, I'm on my way to the gym and I know that I'm going to be feeling amazing. So I like just enjoy the car ride. I just love it. I love it. Especially now here where I live, the weather is becoming better, sunnier, hopefully this week, warmer. So I'm like driving in the morning. I just love it. So that's something as part of the process, that 5-minute, 10-minute drive that I love. The feeling after is super motivating. Yes, the car ride is great. I love all the parts of the routine. My bus ride puts me to sleep. The rain is quite refreshing though. There you go. So finding that commitment again, that love for it again, and staying strong to why you do this, why you're taking care of yourself. And I could get into deeper reasons why. Eric and I have these conversations all the time. And I said this before, humans are meant for struggle. We're meant to struggle. We're meant to challenge ourselves. So when we remove that from the gym or from fitness, it becomes boring and it becomes unmotivating because we're not challenging ourselves. So ask yourself, what can I do today? How can I become stronger today? And shock yourself. Prove to yourself how strong you are or how much stronger you are. And that's an incredible thing, because you all are. We all are. We're getting stronger every day. There's always something to strive towards. You guys love it? I love it. Okay. Few things that may be for you, that may not be for you. Just announcements. One, a lot of you got my new cardio guide, which I'm so like over the top excited. This is not part of CC. It's a standalone, but you guys do have a link to get it. I'm so excited. Those who pre-ordered will get it, the code to download it from my website on June 1st. So these are not like the cardio that is in CC. It is new styles of circuits. I hate cardio, so I bought it. That's exactly why you should buy it. Yes, I can't wait. This is all types of new movements and circuits, that like everywhere from 10 minutes to 21 minutes, all different styles, new styles of training. I'm so excited to share. Is it? Yes. It's not technically on pre-order to the public, but anymore, but you can. Such a love-hate relationship. So that's something I'm really excited. The guide looks beautiful. I had a graphic designer do it all and all the things. Would it be effective to sub in on cardio day with CC? So you guys get a bonus when you get this, is you can ask me questions because you're in the group. People who buy this, well, they get to see my Instagram. That's a whole other thing. But people who buy this get like a customer service kind of help, but they don't get coaching. So when you guys get this, you can ask how to integrate it. Yes, it is available. You can sub it on cardio day. So you would do a few circuits to do like make up 30 minutes, for example. And I give outlines for that in the guide, but you guys are in here, so you can ask me in the group. So this is, if you want a challenge, we're talking about challenging ourselves today. Who gets on the treadmill and you're just kind of like la-di-da? Or who kind of half-asses your burpees or half-asses your mountain climbers or your things, and you're like, hey, I'm done. I was getting this way with my cardio that I was doing in my training. So I decided, I said, Steph, you need to figure out a way to make this intriguing again. So this is why I created this for you guys, is because I know that if I went through it, a lot of you guys are going through it. So these workouts challenge your body and your mind. Yeah, it's boring. It can be boring. It can be fun. It can be boring. But these are meant to keep you mentally challenged. So it's also, then you're challenging your body at the same time. When you're mentally challenged, you don't even look at the time because time's just flying by. But when you're on the doing the same circuit or doing the cardio machine, you're looking at the time. And we all, no matter what we're doing, when we're looking at the time, it goes by really long. But anyways, that's that about the cardio guide. A lot of you in this program are signed up. On Wednesday, I am doing a masterclass. It is a paid for. A lot of women, again, it's an extra outside of CC. It's a 2-hour long training on goal achieving. That sounds extremely boring, but it's not, because I'm teaching it and you know how I teach things. So this is about how to actually become the woman you want to be to make the things you want to do in your life happen. So I do master classes. Sarah's doing it every once in a while. And the way that this is beneficial for any master class, whether you take one from me or you see other people do it, is I can only teach something in a certain way in a certain amount of time in a really effective way. So for 2 hours, you are going to consume content like you've never consumed it in a way before. And if you've done my masterclass, like Become the Badass You or ones before, you see that and you feel that. It's just delivered in a way that's so different, and it's going to like move through your body. The way that I'm teaching this is going to be so fun. So if you haven't signed up for that, you still can. There's like 30 some women who are going to show up. A lot of them are in here, other clients, new women. And it's about goals, not just in fitness, not just in business, not just in life, not just in relationships, but any type of thing that you desire in your life. If you are like the woman who's constantly like oh yeah, maybe I'll do it. Or like you'll start or stop, or you've got a lot of things that you want to do and you don't even know where to start. I'm going to show you how to bring the magic into that. So that's this Wednesday, just an announcement. One-time thing, you get the recording forever. That is that. If you're interested, message me. Or if you are interested on the live right now and want me to post the information in the group, say yes, and I can repost the information in the group. What is the other announcement? The other announcement is my most exciting announcement that I have right now. I did this in past sessions of CC, and I'm doing this again. Yes, I will, Bryn. I'm taking on a special one-on-one client who is not a business client, but is a health, fitness, and lifestyle client. So this may be you, this may not be you. This would be you if you need more accountability, if you're working on confidence, if you're working on body image, if you're working on confidence in life, not just in the gym, if you're working on goal setting, if you're working on just becoming a better woman and truly stepping into what it means to be courageously confident. I am opening up a one-on-one kind of package over the next few months for you. So it includes one-on-one calls. It includes ongoing messaging, like all day, every day with me. It includes, if we need to, personalize your workout plan. If you want to go over food, I can do that with you. So that may be you, that may not be you. But I just felt inspired because I'm in a season of really dialing in on my own non-negotiables with stress, with sleep, with all these kinds of things that I want to help someone else do this as well. So I don't always do this, but I felt called to opening up that space. If that's for you, that's amazing. If it's not, then that's okay too. I'm just opening up the space. Sarah says, I did this with Steph at the beginning of the year and it helped me a lot. Jump on that opportunity if you can. Oh, Sarah. Sarah's doing so many things right now, all kinds of things. So those are kind of the announcements, the things that are happening. We're stepping into the end of the month. So before we think about June, let's think about the end of this month. Let's kill this month. Let's have fun. Let's bring the energy back. If you've been feeling low vibe, let's bring the energy back up. So we end May like rock stars, and we step into June like even better rock stars that we are, if you know what I'm saying. I'm feeling good vibes. I'm excited. I'm getting married in 2 months. You guys are on this journey with me. So many good things. I'm so excited. So keep the energy up. Check in with yourself. Be good with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Show up. I will link all the things in the group. Thank you for being here. If there's any questions, make a post in the group. I love you all so much. Have a great rest of your weekend, maybe your long weekend, whatever it is, your day, your night, whatever time zone you are in. I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Okay? Bye, guys. You are so welcome.